Welcome to Duluth Junction Workshop. In this episode, we're going to get the F600 running. Today I'm going to put some Marvel Mystery Oil in the cylinders, and then tomorrow we should be able to see if it fires off. Come on with. Okay. Virus. Get her moving now, come on. That'll do. Okay. Oh, another sooty one. Okay, let's go with this stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm told it was run 6 years ago, so I'm not gonna fill them all the way up. I just want to give it a little lube on the first start. Last thing I wanted to show you is actually I was told that the starter got peed on by mice a couple times and just didn't work. So I pulled it off yesterday morning to go get a new one, and let me show you what happened. That's where the starter was. It's a pretty sweet mouse house, huh? So I'll have to get a shop vac in there, maybe turn the engine over and see if we can loosen enough of that stuff to suck it out. Okay, I pulled the plugs out and I'm turning this engine over, and you can look in the starter hole and see what's coming up. Lots of nice stuff to vacuum up. How we doing? Oh, she's still coming up. Spinner. Yeah. I think she's clean now. Drum roll, please. Woo! Lot of mouse house in there. Holy crap. Yikes. All right, glad we got that out. What do you think we should do now?
Put the starter in?
Yeah. Give her a shot. I did get plugs. Auto Light 45. So hopefully they fit. Look like they fit. So I'll grab the starter and we'll throw that in. Let me get you up here. Where you're supposed to be. Oh boy. You gonna stay there? Very good. Click, click. Okay. That's on. Got the starter hooked up. Let's see if we can throw a battery on it. This is Boo Radley, my 65 F100. And I figure if the battery can start at 352 FE, it can probably start at 262.6. Let's grab it and bring it over. Give her a little colonoscopy here. Oh yeah. Keep these out of the way. Holy crap. That thing just barely fits. Over here restoring the ignition system, and part of the spark plug wire tip actually fell off inside the distributor cap. So let's see if we can fish that out. I think I might have to buy more parts for the stupid thing. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But are they on? Oh.
Yep.
Ready?
Go.
Nothing. Oh. Well, something just she popped.
She turning?
Yep. We can throw the new solenoid on tomorrow, or I can, and see if that fixes anything.
Yeah.
But that looked like a welding torch. So, hooray me. Bad decisions. Gonna go do some other stuff for tonight, and we will check back with you tomorrow. Realized if I start this thing, I'm gonna have to have a key and an ignition switch sometime, so went and picked one up. Napa had one in stock. On, off. Oh, skipped one. Okay, well, I think we need a bezel on it to keep this thing in, but yep. She's got a key. That's the important part. Okay. It's time to throw these onto the engine, because I broke one. Dad's over here putting some rad hoses on for funsies. I guess I'm gonna pull the whole cap off and just take her down on the ground. Be a little bit easier. I don't think I'm even gonna really do anything with the points. Should I? Nah. They'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with them.
They don't look very good to me.
You don't look very good to me. Everyone in the comments will obviously tell me to go with Pertronics. Get the wires hooked up. Got some nice separators in there. This thing's gonna run low 7s on the drag strip. Is that in neutral?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give her a hit. Nothing happened. Shh. Let me just crank her with the key, see if that works. So we figured out after a lot of screwing around that there's a bad ground in the starter circuit. So we took a jumper cable and hooked it from the negative battery terminal to the negative starter terminal. And that basically bypasses any bad grounds that we would have and returns that the electrons back to their little home. And we're going to bump it with the key and see if it turns over right now. You want to go?
Yep.
Contact! Okay. You ready? Go. Once again. Oh.
We're out of battery.
Dragging down. We've had a couple heaters going under the truck for a while with a little insulation covering up the rust holes. So hopefully the engine will be a little bit warmer right now. It's about 20 degrees outside, and hopefully it'll be a little bit over 20 in the engine right now. What have you done? Did you work on the grounds?
Worked on the battery ground, tightened that up and sanded her down first and put some conductive grease on there and tightened her up. So
Ox guard, right?
yeah. And then we just need to get the starter one on, but we temporarily have a jumper cable between the battery and the
Still on there.
starter. So
All right, well, we're not even gonna pull a plug out right now. We're just gonna crank it over and see if it'll do anything. It's not going.
put your hand over.
Trying, go.
Okay, let's check the spark.
I gotta go
Or
get
just
my...
pop the spark plug out.
Got nothing.
Want to check the points?
Yep. Yep, I got arcing. Ready?
Yep.
Go. Okay. Oh! Yeah, that's that's got compression.
So we're not getting spark.
I set the points cap to 0.025 and we're gonna give it a crank once more. Clear. I'm getting nothing at all. Did I not hook something up? Yeah, I forgot something, didn't I?
The rotor?
God. What a dip. Okay. Cranker. That gave me a little bit of a shock on the hand.
Did you freak out because it started?
Yeah. Oh my God. It was shocking my finger. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Sweet dude.
Holy sh! That was shocking. Let's do it with my hand, not on an ignition part. Go.
Ready?
Yep. Okay, well, let's do it one more time and I'll throw a little bit more Berrymans in and we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Go.
Too much?
Too much Berrymans, yeah. Go again. Alrighty. F600 runs. Running it on Berrymans a little bit. Here, let me show you why it's so loud. I was working on this thing the other day and the part of the exhaust manifold actually cracked off and fell on, well, it was already cracked, but it fell on me, which was pretty fun. Just want to give you a quick look at the oil that's coming out of this thing. I don't know if it's been changed since 1992. I hope so, but we're gonna drain it out, catch a little out of pan and give you a shot at what's going on. I also have this fast engine flush and a new filter, so we'll be replacing those and getting some of the gunk worked out a little bit. I don't see any chunks or metal shavings so far. Doesn't actually look that bad. Is it poking through?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Gotta add my engine flush and oil. Run engine to normal operating temperature, sure. Shut off engine, good. Add engine fast flush to your oil. Allow it to circulate at idle for 5 minutes, not gonna happen. And drain dirty oil. Change oil filter and refill crankcase with new motor oil. So the oil is not dead cold, but it's also not operating temperature, and I can't do operating temperature until I have a operating cooling system, but we'll just get her in there. That's about it. Here you go. I'm gonna feed her Berryman's this time.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Good enough?
Giving her the old vice grip tune-up. I think that fuel leaking on the exhaust manifold isn't quite OSHA approved though. There's the old oil that came out of it. Not too bad looking. Yep, she is on. All right, after the engine flush, this is what the oil looks like coming out. It's pretty similar, but just so you know. And now, putting the new oil in, I have my Lucas zinc stuff. The last thing I have to do for this oil change is change the oil in the air filter. Now this is the oil bath air filter, which means that underneath the rat poop and the mouse poop and the gunk, take that middle off. There's oil inside the air cleaner instead of a paper filter. Now the purpose of that is so the air swirls around in there and the gunk gets caught in the oil as it swirls around and it goes in clean. It's a more of a heavy truck kind of thing, but my F100 has it as well. So all I need to do is make sure that's all clean in there, which this one has a few cash crops. It doesn't really matter if you have this squeaky clean in here, but since it's been off the road for going on 30 years, I just want to get it nice and clean. I should mention I have decided to name this truck Mouse because of its previous resident or residents or families. So the naming ceremony has been completed. So they had a mouse. Okay, that's more than good enough for me. I've got some Walmart 530 synthetic that came in a car of mine. There's a little indicator here for oil level. Probably can't see that. Oil level. So you just fill it up to that. And that's it. It was almost a quart, not quite. And I should say, you know, kudos to Gary, the previous owner, because it would have been really easy for a place to, or a person to just let this thing sit for 30 years and never touch it. But, you know, he got up, he turned this thing on every year, you know, got it running, and that's really all you need. You don't even need to do very much to keep a car in relatively decent condition over a long period of time. Just getting that oil flowing, you know, every few months would be preferable, but, you know, every year is enough to keep the rings from rusting up and keep the thing working. Now we just take that, go right down in it. Ta-da! I can't see anything in here. Oh, there it is. Well, that wasn't too hard once I actually, you know, kicked my brain into gear and started doing the things you're supposed to do. I got the engine oil changed, and this thing runs really well. I was really surprised that that thing popped off with 5 cylinders right off the bat, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a good truck. So catch up with you later. Press on.